So this is my grid shader. It is designed specifically for the versions of the universal render pipeline prior to deferred rendering support. It uses the ZBuffer to calculate the world positions and normals, and then draws the grid based on that. So it's purely extrapolated from that. As such, there can occasionally be some artifacting, but it's not too bad. My features here include the ability to toggle on or off the grid lines on vertical surfaces. If that is turned off, then it has a fall off alignment value, and so yes, the higher this is, the more aligned it has to be, and the rate at which it falls off after it is past that point. So yeah, I can have it, it's got to be very aligned, and if it's not, it falls off very quickly, or it falls off very slowly. It can be very forgiving. I think my best bet was around like this. This isn't too bad. Okay, so the distance cut off is to do with how yeah, as you can see, how much of a space it wants to cover. That fall off is also controlled by the mouse Fresnel here, which again dictates how quickly it falls off after reaching that cutoff point. Let's see, I can also adjust the cell size to be pretty well whatever I would like it to be. Oh goodness, it's a bit too small. Yep, so I can have a very small one like that. I can bring it back to something a bit more usable. I can adjust the amount that the cells are highlighted, turn it off entirely. I can also toggle on, for example here, the walls aren't highlighted, but if I turn on vertical highlights, then they now are. That does result in this kind of very sharp edge if you don't have the vertical grid lines on. Oh goodness, and here's one of the issues why you would want it to be off, because the grid lines can really, see if I can adjust the size. Yeah, if the grid lines happen to line up with the side of a flat surface, then it will highlight the entire wall. So that's just a limitation of this. Let's see, you can also of course adjust the color. Oh, that looks funky. To be pretty much whatever you want. You can adjust the intensity. I can turn this way down, have it be very subtle, or turn it up and have it be, oh, a little bit too overpowering there. Oh, it's not a bad color either. I believe that covers everything here. So this is just applied as an image effect in the render pipeline. It makes use of one of the Unity shader universal render pipeline example things. The feature renderer feature. I don't remember what it's called. I'm going to show you my ugly, unorganized code. That's okay. That code, unorganized project file rather. So on the render pipeline, unlock this. We've got the draw full screen feature. So it's an image effect. It doesn't need any kind of object in here except for this grid controller, which passes in some of the inversion matrices. But yeah, other than that, I think this should be DODS compatible, given that the version of, I mean, the very reason that I wasn't upgrading to deferred rendering being supported is because I lose DODS compatibility. So this ended up being the solution for this kind of overlay grid without losing DODS capabilities. That said, I'm no expert on dots, so I could be completely wrong on that. Anyway, thank you for checking this out. I will likely be putting this on the asset store and or GitHub, so keep an eye out for that if this interests you. Thanks.